Sorry, but can we all just take a moment to acknowledge how much of a boss this man here is? That's how you travel, folks. He was definitely homeless at some point in his life, wasn't he? But that head, so shiny. Look at his... Oh my god, the zoom-in's revealed an incredible mozzie as well. And look at that gut. What a king.
From Australia, track one. So fly.
So, we're currently flying over Afghanistan in a plane that has a picture of the Turkmen dictator at the front of it. Leader. President for life. But the scariest thing out of all of this is this breakfast. It tastes like nut dogs. I think it's tofu. Only too bad. Yes, 360, the rapper. Can we all just appreciate our hotel that's called the Baggy Koshi? Look at how massive this is. This is Turkmenistan, as you can see. It's immaculately well planned with huge, vast expanses of grey nothing, and it's consistently 2 degrees. It's Alpha Canberra, yeah. Alpha Canberra. And that is their version of Questacon. How science fiction is that? Are they future travelers? I'll never tell. I discovered 2 hours into my trip that my travel partner Christo had obsessive compulsive disorder and unironically demanded we visit a carpet museum. Also, deepest apologies that a lot of this footage is bad. It's because for no discernible reason, our tour guide will sometimes say, "No filming this ant, this is a sacred ant, please." Look at that. We want a Guinness World Record for the biggest carpet on earth. I suppose it'd have to be, it weighed a ton. Imagine if that fell on you, death by carpet. And there he is, the king. We just had our first Turkmeni meal. It was noodles and soup. And Christo had a plate of liver.
Hell yeah, and camel milk.
It's disgusting.
No, it was so good.
I suppose actually...
The plate don't lie.
Mine was just a very plain laksa, I will say, with sour cream at the centre. There you go, a bit of Mexican flavour for you. And yeah, we're currently in a yurt.
Xbox logo.
Watching Turkish TV. Turkmenistan is not what I expected it to be at all, straight off the bat. Also, everyone here is hot. Or they look like a slug, and that's mad, because they either look like Jabba the Hutt or one of Jabba the Hutt's slaves. Look at this dictator's wonderland.
It's not a dictator, it's just the leader.
And the changing bubbler colours. It's for no one. This is just for Christo and me. That's it. All the colours of the bow, man. Breakfast in Turkmenistan. One question. What is this? There's a difference, haven't it? Bigger cheese stringers. God, they've taken over the world, haven't they? Quick addendum though, I've got to say this about Turkmenistan. They've got everything right with the beans. There's all this Turkish pop that they're constantly blasting. The decor looks like Saddam Hussein's house. And all of the waiters here look like a Central Asian Tom Cruise from Cocktail. It's all a win. The whole thing is just fuck the food is shit. It's really bad. This is salty. So we just walked around Turkmenistan's tower to neutrality. So they're celebrating the fact that they're not a warlike people. The Switzerland of Central Asia. And come on, how much better is that than the Eiffel Tower? This biggest mosque in Central Asia cost $1 million to make. All silk carpet. Think about that. Silk carpet that can hit 10,000 people. So it's a stadium, except for their version of that would be, are you ready to be quiet? All of that, we're the only people here.
Looking through these eyes, innocent inside of the sacks. Dwelling on my best, stunning on my brain. Everyone that burns, hear the Lord from the bay.
They don't know how these people were buried, but they do know that there was about 500 people that lived here, which was a feat. That was the Beijing of the day. That was probably a quarter of the world's population. Well, I mean, that's probably a bit of an over-exaggeration. I'm sticking with it.
So cocksure with bullshit. That's what makes your self-help so great. Science have proven if you jump up and down.
I know one fact, and then I just fill in the blanks from there. It's like the dodgiest dot to dot.
Dude, that was where they chucked in babies if they were misbehaving. They probably didn't.
To quote Joe Rogan, this is fucking crazy. Dude, imagine film that shit.
Imagine if a snow leopard just came out. That thing's a fucking beast.
Could you imagine if there was like a Planet of the Apes scenario and there was a bunch of chimps running from the hills?
Dude, that's what they were. The Parthians were just like ancient chimps. Like if you think about it. Just like...
we are still now.
I mean, we've just got clothes.
We're like 98% or some shit.
It's like, who am I to say this chimp knows nothing? Like, I'm not in its head. You can't do that.
As you can see, the ancient Parthians had oil. I'm assuming that it wasn't crude, as they had it in both Volvo and Castrol brands. Unfortunately, Mobil hadn't been invented until the ancient Mesopotamians.
I'm pretty sure the Mesopotamians were...
Damn it, I don't let's do it again.
No, just keep it. Just put that. I'm not sure.
I'm not putting that in. of Central Asia were just allowed to walk around a UNESCO site that had Parthian pottery that wasn't as nice as the Parthian pottery that they have in a museum, so they just go, yeah, there you go. Well, it's there if we need it. Just in a trash heap. And now we're allowed to walk around unattended, and then there's just a bunch of guys dressed like they're going to the races. They must be the bogans of Turkmenistan, just being like, hello, those are the only people we have to deal with. And it was built in the 3rd century BC. I'd live here.
Please, dude. Action perfect.
Dude, it's like
Not good enough.
2,300 years old, and I just went...
Dude, don't.
Walking amongst these ruins on a city that was built in the 3rd century BC, has withstood wars from the Persians. Alexander the Great came through here, Attila the Hun. All of these huge wars, this place has endured it all, and still, it's less dilapidated than Gosford. We just came back from Nisa, which is one of the oldest cities on Earth, and honestly, I don't know what's more impressive. That, or this trash can. They're also immaculate. Clearly that statue wins out of all of it though, look at him. President of an entire country and still has time to be stylish. FYI, just so you know, Turkmenbashi was a... His name means father of Turkmen, and he was such a dad. These were some of the laws he made on a whim. I am quitting smoking. No one is allowed to smoke in Turkmenistan. I don't want to be tempted. No dogs in Ashgabat. I don't want them messing up my loans, yes? Why you need to wear makeup on TVs, huh? You're pretty enough. I don't want any of my sons being a homosexual. I don't mind the lesbians though, yes? Pretty much Turkmenistan under him was like if Borat ruled North Korea. It was awesome. You know what else you realise when you go here? Democracies are overrated. How much better instead of ads for fucking iNet plastered everywhere with this, I'm assuming eunuch, is a statue of some absolute king that turns with the sun. Fact. The statue you're looking at costs $12 million, and there's hundreds of them. Everything that you've seen here that looks like if Lil Wayne was a president, just gold everywhere. All of it was built after I was born. That's the state in action. This is if Canberra got to call all the shots instead of the mining company. You remember that. They own the mining company here, and look at that. This building isn't even that impressive. Our hotel is better than this. There is a giant book that the first president made, and it opens up at about 6 p.m. every night with this music going, and it shows all these pictures of eagles flying and aerial shots of mountains. And then he wrote this book called the Ruknama, and it's basically a self-help book, and then they project little paragraphs from it every day. I'm impressed by that, but how much better would it be if it was Tony Robbins? I love how instead of ads they have footage of how sick their city looks. It's ABC's New Year's Eve coverage, except without the interjections of the least entertaining people on Earth. This is our hotel room. As you can see, it has the same decor that all of Turkmenistan buildings have, which is Saddam Hussein's palace, that's Uday's bed, and Kushay's bed. And look at the sites that you can't access here. Okay, so Facebook, not allowed to. YouTube, absolute no-no. Twitter, can't do it. They even got rid of MySpace. Who uses that anymore apart from Justin Timberlake? But look at the news sites. Guardian, completely banned. Washington Post, can't do it. BBC, another no-no. The only Western news site that you're allowed to access is Latest banned videos? Not in Turkmenistan, baby. Looks like the dictator is an info warrior. He is the resistance. If there's one thing that you can say about him, it is definitely that he is not a globalist shill. All the babushka ladies are obsessively cleaning the capital because the current president, who got 97% of the vote, is a clean freak. He used to not drive his car to work if he thought it would rain and catch a cab instead. But anyway, he lets the babushka ladies live in pimp new apartments in the city for free. Isn't that amazing? The closest a cleaning lady would live to the CBD in Australia would be Blacktown.
It's strange thinking about the fact that this place has existed the entire time millennials have been around. And in that time, what have we accomplished? Really liking Ren and Stimpy still? This guy's made a city that glows different colours. It is if Canberra fucked Disneyland. Can we at least agree that Ashgabat is better than Newtown? This trash can makes calling Newtown a trash hole. It gives it a bad name. This is cleaner than Newtown. The trash. Step your game up, Australia. Correction, we thought we were the only guests at this hotel, but then we walk around to this side. There's a naked, I'm assuming Russian man, judging from how much hair he had on himself, just sitting here in front of the laptop, head down, fully naked.
I think he had his hand on his dick.
What, so he was masturbating sad?
I don't think it wasn't moving, just like that. Jesus. You fellas want to go see? Should we? How many likes do we get to film it? Leave a comment below if you think we should have filmed it for you.
I'm sorry, but this is a reenactment of what we saw, just to make it as close to detail as possible. I know this is YouTube, so you know, it's not X videos, am I right? Anyway, so he's sitting down here. The window is as open as this is.
It's just like this curtain. It's like that curtain.
That Homer sleeps nude in an oxygen tent, which he believes gives him sexual powers. And he was doing this.
No, what? Like, what?
Sorry, I'm just making this anatomically correct. His hand was in his peenie, he was looking down sad, and then he with one sad sigh. I don't know what the sadness was about. He's got erectile problems. You think that was the reason
He likes being watched.
As the sign out of the steakhouse said, I love Ashgabat.
City of Love.
Do you think if you fell off there, you'd die?